Hey everyone, and welcome to another bite-sized tactics video. In this video we're going to be doing a review of the Invader ATV, which will be available in the new Christmas box set. The Invader ATV has a movement of 12 inches, a toughness of 5, a 3+ armor save, it has 8 wounds, a leadership of 6+, and objective control 2. The Invader ATV can either be ran as a separate unit or part of an Outriders squad. The cost for either option is 70 points. The keywords to take note of are the grenades keyword, which gives you access to the grenades stratagem, and the mounted keyword opens up other stratagems for mounted specific units. They have their own inbuilt ability called the Outriders Escort, which basically means you shoot my mounted unit within 6 inches of my Invader ATV, and now I get to shoot back at you as if it was my own shooting phase. However, if they do attach themselves to an Outriders squad, they lose this ability and instead gain the Turbo Boost ability. The Invader ATV is equipped with a close combat weapon, a bolt pistol, a twin bolt rifle, and an onslaught Gatling cannon, which can be replaced with a multi-melter. The multi-melter has a higher strength and a massive AP-4 and does more damage, but in exchange has less attacks than the onslaught Gatling cannon and doesn't have the devastating wounds ability. The bolt pistol has a pistol ability, while the twin bolt rifle has the twin linked ability. This unit can join an Outrider squad, which will make the unit much more survivable and more annoying for your opponent to kill, especially when attacking with damage 1 or 2 weapons. It could even force your opponent to redirect their more dangerous weapons to the unit, so it could be a good distraction tactic. Or you could put the Invader ATV near your mounted units and use their Outrider Escort ability as a deterrent, causing them to pick their targets more carefully, and the Invader ATV could be used as a mobile gun platform with the onslaught Gatling cannon to mow down enemy infantry, or the multi-melter to threaten your opponent's vehicles and monsters. You could also use the maximum of 3 Invader ATV units to shadow your mounted units, just in case any Space Wolves players are listening. This includes your Thunderwolf cavalry. So what are their weaknesses? Well, firstly, they have a low toughness, so weapons with a strength of 6+ can really do some damage. Also, any weapons that are AP-2 or higher, or weapons that can ignore cover, will strip your armor save pretty quickly. Torrent weapons in Overwatch could be a minor threat as well, as they can do lots of attacks but only wound on a 5+, and if attached to an Outrider, you can be move blocked somewhat easily, and you want to stay out of close combat as they are pretty bad at it. Also, just be wary that the multi-melter will still struggle to wound units that have a toughness of 10 or higher, as they'll be wounding on a 5+. Finally, this unit is meant to be run with other mounted units, and if it's used by itself, it can be quite weak and easily destroyed. No characters can join the Invader ATV unit. However, if you do attach it to an Outrider squad, they will gain the benefits from the Chaplain on Bike if you attach that to the squad, such as a +1 to wound in combat with melee weapons, and devastating wounds on their ranged weapons if the requirements are met, which a multi-melter with devastating wounds can be quite interesting. Now for some of the strengths of this unit. The Invader ATV can be customized so that they can deal with your enemy infantry or their vehicles and monsters, which makes it a good support piece for the Outrider squad as it offers a bit of diversity. It also makes the Outrider squad harder to deal with as it adds extra wounds to the squad, going from 24 to 32 wounds, and a large squad, so your opponent will have to put in more effort to kill the squad and possibly waste some of their other units' attacks. Even if you are running the Invader ATV by itself and set it up near your mounted units, it still could pose a threat to your opponent and force them to think about their order of shooting, as they have the Outrider Escort ability. Also, the way the Outrider Escort ability is written, other Invader ATV units can benefit from this. For example, if you had 2 Invader ATV units next to each other and your opponent shot one of them, the other could shoot back at the enemy unit. Now, this is just for my opinion. I do see the value of this unit as a support piece for the Outrider squad, whether it's attached or on its own. It is a cheap mobile gun platform that you can taper to your list for whatever you may need, whether that be another heavy weapon on the table or just more attacks to sweep up troublesome infantry units and screens. However, if your opponent really wanted to deal with the Invader ATV quickly, they could put a few las cannon or melter shots into the unit, and that would probably kill it very quickly. But better a cheap 70-point unit rather than your more expensive units like a Lancer or Repulsor. Admittedly, this unit isn't one of my favorites, but it does have some interesting possibilities, like you could run 3 of them as an individual unit and place them near each other to take advantage of their special rule, or attach one to a unit of Outriders and then have 1 or 2 of them acting as deterrents. With their Outrider escort ability, there are quite a few possibilities, but I do think that with the Invader ATV, once you add 1 to the list, you're better off going all in and using 3. Thank you for watching. If you found the video useful, feel free to leave a like. If you think there's a better way to run the squad, or if there's other more interesting ways, feel free to leave a comment. And if you do like the content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening.